Yo, what's going on, guys? Wavegun Markham here, and today I'm bringing you guys a story. This is a pretty crazy story. I was almost shot at and probably almost killed back whenever, I don't know, this was probably about 5 years ago. I remember we moved into this house that I'm in right now. We moved in while I was around 8 or 9 years old, and about a year after, so I was probably 10, and now I'm 15, about to turn 16. So yeah, about 5 or 6 years ago, this happened, right? So we moved in, and a couple years after we moved in, me and my brother, we decided to go walk around in the woods a little bit. There's a few pastures behind our house. There's just a little barbed wire fence, like one wire of barbed wire that you can just step over and just walk through. And there's like 3 or 4 pastures out there. And we were just walking around, just talking, just just walking around, just chilling, right? Being 10 years old, right? And my brother's just a couple years older than me, so my brother was probably 12. I was about 10. Anyway, we're just walking around, right? And this is like pretty weird, since we live kind of out in the woods a little bit. Like we're not like out like way out in the country, but like we're still inside the city limits, but right outside the loop is where like a minute outside of the town, like loop, right? So anyway, guys, we're not too far from town, but we were just walking through these pastures. We walked through about 3 pastures, and then we see a house, and it's just no other houses, just that one house. And we're just like looking at it, and we're like, why would somebody live way out here in the middle of the woods? Like, because we think we're walking, away from where everyone else lives. What actually happened is that we found out that we were actually walking towards the what's it called, the highway, right? And I don't know why I couldn't think of that for a second. I don't know why, but anyway, we were walking towards the highway, right? And then we found that out later, like way after all this happened. But anyway, we found this house, and then we were just we just looked at it. And we were just talking. We're like, why would this person be living way out here, out in the middle of the woods for like no reason or whatever? And we can tell like somebody lives there. Like, it's pretty obvious somebody lives there. It's not an abandoned house. Anyway, we kept going back there, just checking in at the house, trying to see what's going on. And it turns out that my brother went out there one time with like one of his friends, and I didn't go. I was like staying inside playing Xbox or something, I don't know. And he comes back and tells me that there's this old black guy that lives there, right? Like he described him like he has like white hair, just like kind of like white fuzzy hair, like how old black people do. And then he had like this weird like kind of long, like about 6 inches of a white beard coming down off his chin, and kind of like a white mustache that like goes upwards, right? So he kind of looked really weird. And then my brother was like, all right, you want to like come back and like we're gonna go like look at him, just gonna go check him out. And we ended up, I don't know how, but my brother ended up wanting to call him the OBD, the old black dude, right? And that's what we started naming him. And we were like, you want to go to the OBD's house, And it turned out to be like some like big thing like at my school, because I told like one of my friends about it, and then one of my friends came over, and then we went out there and we went to the OBD, it was like this big thing. And then all my friends were like, hey, you've been to OBD's house and Noah's house before? They're all like, oh yeah, bro, it's freaking cool. And it was like, it was just something, And one of my good friends, he's still my friend now, he came over to my house and we went over there. And we're just checking around at his house, and we see the lights are on and the blinds are closed, right? But you can still see his like shadow like walking by, and he's like inside the house walking by, and he ended up like looking through the blinds, and evidently he could see us like looking at him and just talking. And then me and my friend started acting like casual, like we were just walking around the pastures or whatever. We're still like glancing over at the blinds. You can see him walk off for a minute. He comes back, he gets a gun and actually like cocks it back like it was a shotgun. Like he cocks it down, like pulls it up, and then he's like, and we're like, oh my god, he has a gun. And we both dashed, like fucking ran as fast as we could back to my house. It was so scary. It was like the scariest thing in my entire life that has ever happened. Anyway, my friend, he is like really athletic. He's like super fast. He's like track, football, everything like that. I mean, I played football last year and all the years before, but I'm not playing this year. But I've never run in track. I'm a really slow runner. But Anyway, he like runs track and he's like really fast and stuff, and we were both running like top speed. I actually beat him back to my house, and we still talk about that today, how fast I ran because I was so scared that I beat him back to the house. Anyway, that was the scariest freaking thing that has happened to me in my entire life. Oh my gosh, it still like kind of gives me chills just seeing, just like thinking of him sitting like in his house looking at us and pulls down the shotgun like thing. We were so scared, and oh my gosh, I just can't even like imagine. Like, he probably knows where we live. Like, he's probably like walked through the pastures because he saw us running back towards our house, and he probably knows where we live. Honestly, he could come down here anytime he wants. Actually, he probably can, because that house is actually abandoned now, because we know where it's at on the highway. We actually look at it and it's completely abandoned now. Nobody lives there. I don't know if he might have gotten arrested. I don't know, like, because okay, this is something I actually forgot to talk about. One time that we went there, we saw this little pony like horse thing. I forgot what it's called. It's one of the little things, like a little like baby kid would be like sitting on it, and then it has like the handles near the ears, and you like rock it back and forth, right? It's like a rocking horse. That's what it's called. And I don't know why I forgot. I don't ever remember any names of anything. Like, I couldn't think of highway. I couldn't think of rocking horse. Anyway, it's just like a little kid toy, right? And this dude's like he's literally like 80 plus years old with like this long ass like white beard, like weird. Like, he looks like a freaking creep, right? And we knew he looked like a creep, but we didn't think anything of it, right? We just thought he was old. I am almost 100% sure that dude is a pedophile. Almost 100% sure that dude is a pedophile. Because he had this little baby rocking horse thing, and like, I don't know. He was gone like within a couple days after that, like, because we went back to check on him, and no, like, he wasn't there. We went back like a couple days after, he wasn't there. I could go there now, right now, and he wouldn't be there. It's abandoned house for now. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the dude was probably arrested. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the dude was arrested for like probably raping some little babies. I don't know. It's so messed up. Anyway, he was probably also, I mean, also, like, he lives like in the city limits with a shotgun in his house, like, that he's like pulling back. I mean, that's pretty pretty suspicious as well. Most of the time, especially, like, I mean, you wouldn't load a shotgun and pull it down like in the middle of the city, or I mean, it's not the middle of the city, but still inside the city limits. You wouldn't do that. That's just, I'm pretty sure it might even be illegal to load a gun in the city limits. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was probably going to kill us. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know, guys. It was really scary. I just thought I'd share you guys that story. Anyway, I forgot to tell you guys what gameplay you guys are watching. I think it's a 37 or 39 and 16 or 17 gameplay with the XMGs. Those guns actually got a buff. They are really overpowered now. They are so good. You can just watch it in this gameplay. They're pretty good. This is actually like my second or third game using them. I'm actually a lot better with them now. I can even do like a lot better with them now. So yeah, I actually got this gameplay a couple days ago. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been recording. I had one of my friends come over for a while. We were actually thinking about doing a dual comm. I was thinking about doing a dual comm with him, but he didn't really want to. So I was like, all right, you don't have to. And I just didn't want to make a video that day. You know, just spend time with my friend, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.